I'm Indy Neidell.
And I'm Spartacus Olsson.
And this is a TimeGhost World War II public service announcement, D-Day public service announcement. Now, we are in Alpbach in the Austrian Alps for 10 days or so, having a writing retreat to finalize the scripts for our 24-hour D-Day extravaganza that's going to come out in June this year. That's why I've been wearing these sweatpants for the last 5 days.
You can see I don't even have a jacket on, so no
tie. Although I got a Sabaton shirt on. It's black on black, which I think is pretty cool. Anyhow, why are we in Alpbach?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's pretty close to Bern-Ried, where
it's like an hour and a half,
and where we record everything. And it's also remote. We are in a chalet where we are not disturbed by anyone while we're working.
And we've been snowed in as well.
We have, yes, because we have a couple of feet of snow here.
We have Wi-Fi.
We do. And Alpbach is also significant for World War II for a number of reasons. The first one being that the last battle of World War II happened only around the corner, right over there.
Schloss Itter, and it was the last battle of the European part of World War II, but it was possibly the weirdest battle of the entire war, because in that battle, and I'm not making this up, you can look it up, you had German and American soldiers actually fighting side by side.
And a French ex-prime minister.
Oh, and a French ex-prime minister with a machine gun. Really, with a machine gun.
It was like, what, 71 or something?
I don't know how old Reynolds was. We did an episode on it on the Sabaton History Channel on the song The Last Battle. So if you want to learn about that, you can look it up.
Yeah, and that's it's like, 14 kilometers away from here. But Alpbach also has post-World War II significance because since the war, every year in August, September, a lot of young people come together to discuss how we can avoid having another one.
Yeah. Which would probably be number 3.
That would probably be.
That's the standard number
if you don't count
system.
the Cold War as number 3.
Okay, see, so it could be something different. Anyhow, back to the war that we cover, the Second World War and the D-Day project. It is not going to be presented, I'm pretty sure, the way you think it's going to be presented. Like, obviously it's going to follow things hour by hour, but not like Pearl Harbor, where it's minute by minute of just that coverage, because this is a much more sprawling thing. At 1 minute you have a big German counterattack somewhere while there's guys on the beaches and parachute. You can't say all of that in the same minute and make it make sense. So we're following separate threads through each hour. There's a thread for like the 6th Airborne. There is a thread for just the news and communication. There's a thread for SHAFE. And these will all be tied together. And there'll also be a bunch of specials and also a bunch of original footage and original newscasting and stuff, which Sparty's been going through and curating, and I've been listening to while I've been writing it. So in the background, I hear this 1940s voice talking the entire time. I love you more than any man has loved a woman ever before. I love you more today than I love you yesterday. I will love you more tomorrow than I love you today. Kiss me now. That's the old radio voice. They all talk like that.
Yeah, they do. And it's fascinating because when you have it playing, you kind of really get a feel for how it would have been to be in a living room in 1944, hearing how it was going down. Especially
and the spin that both sides were doing and trying to change the entire time.
Right in the middle of coverage of how the day is going, you'll suddenly get a really intense radio play, a detective story, and then they'll interrupt that for a new news bulletin, and it's really fascinating.
So we've hammered out how it's going to be presented. We've got our big 24-hour timeline up there on the big screen where we see when things start, stop, or pause before coming back again. You can see up there we've got the fleet, we've got Merville Battery, we've got the Battle of Saint-Église and stuff. So separating out and writing it all, the research was mostly done last spring and last summer. And so people combined a bunch of sources and a bunch of quotes and put that in a big spreadsheet. We've been putting that together and making it not just a dry bunch of statistics and stuff and scriptifying it the way we scriptify things. But it's going to be really, really good. Even after the first 4 or 5 hours here, we're like, this is going to be 10 times better than it would have. So I'm looking forward to coming back here in February, and then we're shooting it in March, and then you'll see it in June.
That's right. Well, and as always, we're doing this on a shoestring, but it is enabled by the TimeGhost Army, and one of the things that has gotten us thus far in this project are the memorials that people have booked on them. There are still a few hours where we don't have memorials booked, and please go over to the TimeGhost Army at patreon.com or at timeghost.tv and get yourself hooked up with a memorial so that we can actually complete this project.
I like that enthusiasm. He talks like that. But I just want you to understand something when you think about it. We put out about an hour or a little bit more, roughly every week, hour of content on World War II channel. We're putting out 24 extra hours in addition to our 52 hours a year content on one day. Because
Which is
we're
nuts.
because we're stupid.
Yeah.
We gave ourselves an extra 6 months work on top of the regular work that we're doing. So support us. That's it. That's it. Really, it'd be great. It'd be nice to make this the best that we can, and with the best edits and the best effects and the best everything. Okay, well that's it for this TimeGhost World War II D-Day public service announcement from Alpbach, Austria. But we will be back next month with another TimeGhost World War II D-Day public service announcement from Alpbach, Austria. Put flames on the screen. See you next time.
And get yourself hooked up with a memorial.
There's a dog behind you.
Ah,
Okay.
hi there. House. Yeah, house. Come. House.
Rouse.